Hello Desert Bearhawk fans, we're in the shop tonight and the reconfiguration is complete. I had to move a lot of stuff around. So my drill press is kind of the same place it used to be. The big brake is in the same place it used to be, but now storage cabinets are moved over there from the other side of the room, and the press is way over there in the corner. You can see the orange press in there. I hope you can see it. And then I gotta have room for bicycles and the other little brake and the wing, the gold wing. But this is the business end of the room here. So you can see that all the benches are now lined up against the wall. I got my portable work table with the saws and stuff on it right there, and then I moved my toolboxes over here. And all that was done to facilitate that post and this post that goes all the way to the ceiling and ties in with that ledger board up there. And the idea behind all of this is my wing fixture. So you can see my spars, my right wing spar is temporarily clamped in there. Just to see how things are going to work, and I've got a temporary support here in the middle so I don't stress it out. And I hung my little do-rag, my Foos do-rag here, so the spousal unit doesn't run into it tomorrow at 3 a.m. when she leaves for work. But basically what's going to happen is, you can see there's the tip rib in position roughly. I just kind of stuck it in there where it looked good and clamped it down. But all the ribs are going to be laced in here. You can see here's a center rib just kind of hanging there in space. It's clamped in with the clamp right there. And then down below, not currently illustrated as it were, is the rear spar, which will sit on a couple of cross braces like this one here. And then each one of these ribs, or each one of the ribs, will be positioned in between the two spars, along with the steel, wing steel, which will set the distance at exactly 32 inches. That'll all get clamped in. All this will happen over the next day or so, and the right wing's going to be the guinea pig. Once I get it figured out how to do it on the right wing to get everything lined up, then the left wing will be a piece of cheese, I'm hoping. But major progress. It's taken 10 days of all the time that I've had, spare time pretty much when I wasn't working, to reconfigure this garage just to get enough space to put those two posts in. And the other one, it ties in up there on that ledger board, you can see it. And to have enough room. So the next time you see a video from the shop, we should have the rear spar tied in here and everything laid out and straight and plumb and true, and then these ribs will start getting clamped in. I'm gonna have to go down to Harbor Freight and buy 2 dozen of those channel lock type or vice grip type clamps, the Pittsburgh version, for $3 instead of $18 a piece. But I'm going to need a bunch of them. And the idea is that I'll get all of this in here, and then there'll be short little support boards underneath the rear spar to hold it up, to keep everything plumb. This end here and this end here are exactly plumb. Minus, this one's actually, this is, if you see here, this is the plumb line right here, and this is where the bar was bolted. And that's because an apparatus such as that will go on there, and as you can see, that apparatus sticks through the lightning hole of the wingtip and then sits flush on the 32,000 spar web right there. So being that this end is sitting a 1/4 inch off the platform here, off of this beam, and the reason it's a 1/4 inch is because it's 2 1/8 inch plates. You can see them here. There's 1 and 2, and then the 32 thousandths spar web. So this end sits up a 1/4 inch off this plate. So what I did here is I used some 1-inch tubing, and this is in Eric's book if you guys have it. Some 1-inch tubing, and made this little piece that sits up underneath here like so, which 3 pieces of 1-inch tubing is 3 inches. But being that that's sitting a 1/4 inch high, this has to sit a 1/4 inch high as well. So the distance between here and here is 2 3/4 plus a 1/4 inch, 3. And you can see it's clamped on right there. I didn't come up with it, but the math is solid, the methodology is solid, so I'm going with it. Eric Newton is the owner of said process. So I got to use my welding machine a little bit today, which is buried in behind all that stuff over there. And fab up these parts real quick and get them in position and clamp them down. And we're getting ready to go. We're pretty good to go. One thing I will tell you guys, if there's Bearhawk builders watching this video, Eric Newton's book calls for 170 inches from post to post on the inside, which is all groovy, because a spar is like 168 something. So, but the problem is that I think I went with a wider bar here than Eric did, because I ran into clearance issues down there getting that tip rib in. I couldn't fit it in between. In the space I had here. So no big deal. The only thing that was holding me up was, hopefully I'm not making you sick moving this video around so much, is you'll see 3 rivets right there. I got a block over one of them, but those 3 rivets, what I did is I just notched this bar a little bit so the whole spar assembly could slide into it, into the 3 notches. I don't know if you can see them under there. There they are. It's notched. And then the bucktail's clear, everything clamps down, and I got my clearance on the far end. So we're on our way. It's been a hot one. More water than the fish has gone through me. I mean, gallons and gallons and gallons and gallons of it. It's been super hot out here the last week, but I'm not slowing down. I'm not giving up, even if this project kills me. If it does kill me, somebody get in contact with the spousal unit and take over. Don't let the project die with me. It's only a little bit less than 90 in the shop. I don't know what the humidity is, but it's pretty ridiculous at almost 11 o'clock at night. So anyways, that's it from the shop. Major progress. Super happy. Probably going to relax tomorrow a little bit if I can stand it. I might just have to come out here and tinker anyway. But overall, making good progress, and hopefully next time you see this, there'll be a bunch of ribs laced in here and it'll look really sweet. All right, till we see you in the shop next time, take care.